Imagine scoring 38 goals in a single league season, and every single one of them with just one touch. No penalties, no free kicks, just pure instinct, timing, and precision. This was Hugo Sánchez, a footballer who defied logic, shattered records, and left an indelible mark on the beautiful game. But what was the secret behind this seemingly impossible feat? Was it natural talent, tactical genius, or something even more extraordinary? Today, we unravel the full story of Hugo Sánchez, a man who went from a young boy in Mexico City to becoming one of the greatest strikers the world has ever seen. Humble beginnings, a boy from Mexico City. Hugo Sánchez Marquez was born on July 11, 1958, in Mexico City, into a family that valued hard work and discipline. His father, Hector Sánchez, was a mechanic, while his mother, Maria Isabel, was a homemaker. Football was not just a pastime in their modest household, it was a passion. Hugo grew up playing on the dusty streets of Mexico City, often using makeshift balls and goalposts. Even as a young boy, his flair for the spectacular was evident. He would practice bicycle kicks and volleys relentlessly, inspired by his idol, Pelé. His siblings recall how Hugo's obsession with perfecting his technique often meant staying on the field long after others had left. By the time he joined UNAM Pumas' youth academy, it was clear he was special. His coaches described him as a once-in-a-lifetime talent with an unrelenting hunger to improve. The rise to prominence. From Mexico to Spain, Hugo's professional career began in 1976 when he debuted for UNAM Pumas at just 18. Over the next 4 years, he established himself as one of the most lethal strikers in Mexican football. He helped the team secure their first league title in 1977 and even won the CONCACAF Champions Cup in 1980. But Sánchez wasn't content with dominating Mexican football. He had his eyes set on Europe. In 1981, Atletico Madrid came calling. The move to Spain was a defining moment, but it wasn't without challenges. Adjusting to a new culture, language, and playing style tested him. At Atletico, Hugo's flamboyant style and acrobatic goals began to attract attention. Fans were mesmerized by his bicycle kicks and one-touch finishes. But despite his individual brilliance, Atletico Madrid struggled to compete with the giants of La Liga. The turning point, joining Real Madrid. The pivotal moment in Hugo Sánchez's career came in 1985, when he made the controversial move to Real Madrid. Joining the club wasn't just about switching teams, it was about embracing the pressure and expectations of playing for one of the most iconic clubs in the world. At Real Madrid, Sánchez found the perfect environment to thrive. Under the management of coaches like Leo Beenhakker and John Toshak, and alongside teammates such as Emilio Butragueño and Michel, Sánchez became the spearhead of Los Blancos' attack. Real Madrid's system emphasized quick transitions and precision passing, which complemented Hugo's ability to position himself perfectly in the box. It was here that his one-touch finishing became a defining characteristic. He had mastered the art of anticipation, always being in the right place at the right time. The historic 1989/90 season, 38 goals, one touch. The 1989/90 season was the pinnacle of Hugo Sánchez's career. Managed by John Toshak, Real Madrid adopted an aggressive attacking style that saw them score 107 league goals, a record at the time. Sánchez's contribution? A staggering 38 goals in 35 games. But what made this achievement truly extraordinary was that every single goal came from a first-time touch. This wasn't a coincidence. It was the result of years of practice and an unparalleled understanding of the game. Sánchez was a master at reading defenses. He would drift into spaces unnoticed, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. His goals were a mix of acrobatic volleys, headers, and instinctive finishes, all executed with breathtaking precision. And then there's the fact that he refused to take penalties. While most top scorers rely on penalties to boost their tally, Sánchez wanted his goals to come from open play, a testament to his confidence and skill. The secret to his success. So what was the secret behind Hugo Sánchez's 38 goals in one season? Instinct and positioning. Sánchez had an uncanny ability to anticipate where the ball would be. He often said that scoring goals wasn't about speed or strength. It was about being one step ahead mentally, precision and timing. His one-touch finishes were a result of countless hours of practice. He perfected his technique to ensure that he could execute under pressure. Teamwork. Sánchez was surrounded by world-class players who understood his playing style. The likes of Michel and Butragueño, provided pinpoint crosses and threw balls that Sánchez converted with ease. Discipline. Off the pitch, Sánchez maintained a rigorous training regimen. He was one of the first players to emphasize the importance of diet and physical conditioning, challenges and controversies. While Hugo Sánchez's career was filled with glory, it wasn't without its challenges. Pressure at Real Madrid. Playing for Real Madrid meant dealing with immense pressure from fans and media. Sánchez was often criticized for his flamboyant personality and showmanship. Criticism from rivals. His decision to avoid penalties led some to question whether he was a complete striker, but Sánchez silenced his critics with his performances on the pitch. Cultural barriers. As one of the first Mexican players to succeed in Europe, Sánchez often faced discrimination and stereotypes. Yet he persevered and paved the way for future generations. Legacy. A global icon. Hugo Sánchez's influence goes far beyond the pitch. His legacy is a story of hope, representation, and global impact. For Mexico. In Mexico, Hugo Sánchez isn't just remembered as a great footballer, he's celebrated as a national treasure. Growing up in a country where international football success was limited, Sánchez became a symbol of possibility. His meteoric rise to stardom in Europe inspired countless young players in Mexico to dream big. He proved that Mexican footballers could not only compete on the world stage, but also dominate it. His success encouraged European clubs to scout talent from Mexico, paving the way for players like Rafael Márquez, Javier Chicharito Hernández, and Irving Lozano. Even today, Sánchez is regarded as the gold standard of Mexican football. Whether it's his iconic goals or his charismatic personality, Sánchez embodies the spirit of perseverance and ambition that Mexicans hold dear. Stadiums in Mexico often chant his name, and his impact continues to ripple through generations of footballers and fans alike. For football globally, Hugo Sánchez is remembered as one of the most prolific strikers of all time. His one-touch finishing redefined what it meant to be a pure goal scorer. Strikers like Ruud van Nistelrooy, Filippo Inzaghi, and Luis Suarez have all praised his ability to anticipate the play and convert opportunities with clinical precision. But Sánchez's influence wasn't limited to technique. He brought flair, acrobatics, and a touch of artistry to his goals. His trademark somersault celebration became a spectacle in itself, reminding fans that football was as much about joy as it was about winning. For Real Madrid, at Real Madrid, Sánchez's legacy is cemented in the club's golden era. His 5 consecutive La Liga titles with Los Blancos from 1985 to 1990 helped restore the club's dominance in Spanish football. To this day, he ranks among the club's all-time top scorers and is often mentioned in the same breath as legends like Alfredo Di Stefano and Cristiano Ronaldo. Beyond the goals, Sánchez's charisma and larger-than-life persona made him a fan favorite. He represented Real Madrid's winning mentality, a relentless pursuit of perfection and excellence. Even now, his name is synonymous with the club's rich history of attacking football. Beyond football, Hugo Sánchez. Today, after retiring from professional football in 1997, Hugo Sánchez transitioned into coaching and punditry, continuing to influence the game he loves. Coaching. Career. Sánchez's coaching career began shortly after his retirement. He took charge of UNAM Pumas, the club where his journey first began, and achieved remarkable success. Under his leadership, the team won back-to-back Mexican League titles in 2004, a feat not seen in Mexican football for over 2 decades. His tactical approach emphasized attacking football, mirroring his playing style, and he inspired young players with his infectious confidence. Sánchez later managed the Mexican national team, a position that came with immense pressure and expectation. Although his tenure was short-lived, it demonstrated his commitment to giving back to the country that had supported him throughout his career. He also had brief coaching stints in Spain, further solidifying his ties to European football. Punditry and influence. In recent years, Sánchez has become a respected pundit, offering insights on international football. His charismatic personality and deep understanding of the game make him a favorite among fans and media outlets alike. Through interviews, commentary, and guest appearances, he continues to inspire young players and provide perspective on the modern game. Beyond the spotlight, Sánchez has also dedicated time to philanthropic efforts, supporting youth football initiatives and mentoring aspiring athletes. He remains a revered figure, embodying the values of hard work, determination, and excellence. Conclusion: the legacy of perfection. Hugo Sánchez wasn't just a footballer, he was an artist, a pioneer, and a symbol of perfection. His achievements, particularly the historic 1989-90 season, stand as a testament to his unparalleled talent and dedication. To score 38 goals in one league season without penalties is a feat that remains unmatched. It wasn't just about numbers, it was about how he played the game, with elegance, precision, and a sense of drama that captured the imagination of millions. For Mexican football, Sánchez was a trailblazer who broke barriers and opened doors. He inspired generations of players to believe that they could achieve greatness, no matter their origins. For Real Madrid, he was a talismanic figure who defined an era of dominance in La Liga. And for football as a whole, Sánchez was a master craftsman whose artistry on the pitch will never be forgotten. But Hugo Sánchez's story isn't just about goals, it's about a mindset. He once said, "The goal isn't just to score, it's to be remembered." And remembered he is. His influence transcends football, leaving a legacy of passion, resilience, and the pursuit of excellence. So the next time you see a striker celebrate a goal with a somersault or score a one-touch masterpiece, remember the man who turned such moments into an art form. Remember Hugo Sánchez, the legend, the icon, the eternal king of the one-touch goal.